Hey kids, Chris here on Wednesday night, 11:55 p.m. and this is day 5 of the 31 days of Halloween 2016. And years past, I've been able to do this 31 days of Halloween blog very easily because A, it was written, that was a lot easier to do, and then B, it was also just easier back then because life was not as busy. So anyway, I wanted to get this in before midnight so I don't miss a day. So I've only got 5 minutes, which means I'll have to not talk as much. So I just thought I would take this opportunity to talk about something that's going on, and I read 2 more news stories about it today. This clown thing, and I guess this is kind of this is a Halloween series, right, of videos, 31 Days of Halloween, but I think this is kind of a serious issue, and I just want to warn people about this clown thing. And I'm seeing a lot of responses from people on Facebook who are saying, man, I really hope that one of these clowns appears to me, tries to come and scare me because I've got something for them. And I've heard people say, I'm going to shoot them, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I think that this is something that if you do encounter one of these people, you have to understand it's either going to be just some, not necessarily a teenager, because not teenagers aren't the only people that do dumb things. I hear people saying, must be them dumb teenagers. No, it's not just teenagers that do stupid things, right? It's somebody who, A, possibly could be somebody who thinks what they're doing is funny and thinks that scaring people is appropriate. And while it has a time and a place, now is not necessarily it, given everything that's gone on. One person has already been murdered by someone who was in a clown mask, a 16-year-old, right, by a 29-year-old person who appeared at their house or came to their house, and they had an argument and stabbed the 16-year-old to death. There are threats being made on social media, threats to schools. There are stories about people in clown masks, going and saying, we're going to wait for teachers to go to their cars and kill them. So horrible stuff. And, I love Halloween and I'm all about the frights, but this is not the right way to do it, obviously. And there was a story this morning in Jennings, which if you're watching and you're not from Louisiana, that's, as you're headed west toward Texas, you'll run into Jennings. It's, about an hour or so away from Lafayette, give or take, depending on the traffic, and or really 45 minutes. But anyway, that's irrelevant. Somebody there was pulled over by police after reporting a strange clown, and the guy didn't have the mask on, and so he was just given a stern warning and was let go. It is illegal in the state of Louisiana and many other states to wear a mask on any day other than Halloween, Mardi Gras, or an appropriate function. So if you're just wandering the street wearing a mask, any kind, not just a clown, you can be arrested. And 6 months to 3 years. So pretty serious jail time. And I think that, this is just something that really scares me, not so much because I think these are psychotic people in these clown masks, although I'm sure they are, some of them. But the fact that there are so many people who kind of have this cavalier, I'm going to just go ahead and engage them. Look, there is one group of people who should engage someone who's got suspicious behavior, and that's the police. That is not your job. That is not, and sheriff's department, with law enforcement. It's not my job. You might think, oh, I've got a gun, I know how to use it. Not a good idea. You don't know who's in that mask. What if it is just somebody who is, trying to be stupid, and you shoot them? Then you're in jail for murder, right? Or attempted murder if they survive. And I don't know all the legal jargon and what you get for that, but do you really want that? So report what you see, okay, and avoid. Just you see this and treat it as if it was any other kind of suspicious behavior. If I saw somebody going around our neighborhood where we live and I didn't recognize them and they were kind of like maybe going near cars, looking indoors, I would report that. Not to be, overly alert, but for safety. And I think we need to do that with this clown thing. Also, there was a story that I read this past week about a 12-year-old who is on the spectrum of autism, and had put on his Halloween costume a few weeks early because he was so excited to have it. And it's a clown costume, and there were people who were reporting him and people threatening him. So, not knowing that, right, that this is just that this was a kid in the costume excited about Halloween. So, just be careful. If you see this going on, report it. And if you're thinking, man, the other thing that's going on right now near all of this is homecoming. And I think there's going to be a lot of people who are like, yeah, it's homecoming. Let's put on a mask, put on a clown mask because everybody's scared of that right now. We'll go toilet paper some houses, wear some clown masks. Horrible idea. Horrible. If you're caught, especially in the state of Louisiana, I really don't know about other states. And it doesn't matter, your age. If you're a teenager, you're going to go to jail, very likely. So is it worth it? I don't know. So I hate to be the, Debbie Downer here on this 5th day of 31 days of Halloween, but this is scary stuff. Some of these people could be crazy. They could be murderers. Why would you even risk that? So I don't know. That's been on my mind today. I've been reading. I visit lots of news sites and other websites, and everybody seems to really be preoccupied with it. And it's happening now more in Louisiana. It had been kind of making its way here, and now it's here. So please, just be safe. If you have teenagers, or if you have anybody any age, who's up to chicanery, if you will, or skullduggery, please tell them, don't do this. Don't put on a clown mask. Even for Halloween, I'm hearing in some communities they're banning Halloween costumes, clown costumes. Not sure how they can do that. I think then you get into First Amendment rights. But the point is this: you've got to be very careful. And so I would, if you're thinking about a clown costume outside of maybe like a private Halloween party, wouldn't recommend it for public wearing. Right? That's all I got, kids. And thanks for those who have been watching. This is day 5. We're going to roll on until October 31st. I hope that things will get better. Just, when your kids start sports, man, talk about scary. Your nights just kind of go away. Your days, you're working, and stuff just kind of, before you know it, it's like, oh, look, it's 11 o'clock at night, and I haven't done some of the things I needed to do or wanted to do. So anyway, that's where I am. Thanks for watching. It's after midnight, so I got to wrap this up. Started it before midnight, so it still counts as day 5. You'll hear from me again tomorrow, hopefully earlier and a little more, a little slicker than this particular video. Thanks for watching. Hey, enjoy that Halloween season safely. Don't go masking or wearing masks, or certainly not clown costumes or anything. And more to come from me. Have a great night. See you soon.